Imagine your business not just surviving, but thriving. Your wealth locked in, your opportunities exploding, and your family's future built on a legacy that never fades. I'm Leah Garcia, a financial strategist and insurance professional. I help entrepreneurs and high-growth enterprises protect, distribute, and transfer their wealth through my proven system, the Wall of Wealth. I unite your experts into one cohesive strategy because the most expensive line on your balance sheet isn't debt or taxes, it's conflicting advice. Ready to align every dollar with your mission and turn today's success into tomorrow's divine promise. Wealth today, dynasty tomorrow.
Come on in, champions. Happy Wealthy Wednesday. So excited to be here with you today. I appreciate you so much. I love you, Team Live. And if you're on Team Replay, I adore you as well. I would invite you to come in and also share this with somebody who needs to hear this. Listen, we talk about all things wealth here. I talk about the 7 F's. I talk about wealth in your faith, your family, your finances, your fitness, your fun, philanthropic, and food. So any conversation you want to have about wealth, I would love to talk to you. I believe that givers gain, and I'm here to be of service to all of you in this amazing LinkedIn community. Well, today is a conversation I've been looking forward to for quite some time. You know, I talk a lot about no-pitch coffee chats, and I actually do talk the talk and I walk the walk. I have many no-pitch coffee chats, and I've been doing them for years. And today is really a testament to that. My guest speaker today, I met him on LinkedIn through a no-pitch coffee chat several years ago. And he just had a vision, he had a dream, and I can't really quantify it. But one of my favorite quotes is, "You cannot measure the heart of a champion just by looking at him." That's by A.L. Williams. And he just had that it factor. I don't know what it is. You know, sometimes people think that you got to look a certain way, you got to speak a certain way, you got to smell a certain way. I respectfully disagree with that. Some people just have that. They have that heart of the champion inside them. And today's guest speaker absolutely does. I'm telling you, I have watched him take himself from starting out in his business to today where he is running a full-time business, full employees, and just incredible. And I don't want to steal his thunder, but I'm telling you, if you're an entrepreneur, if you have a vision, you got a dream, today is going to really inspire you. So without further ado, please give it up for my incredible guest speaker, Mr. Gregory Bacciano. Welcome to Wealthy Wednesday, Gregory.
Thank you for having me.
It is truly, truly my honor. So for those of you who don't know you at all, tell us a little bit about yourself, and then we're going to dive into this great conversation.
No problem. So how y'all doing? My name is Gregory Bacciano. I run GAB Security LLC out of Brooklyn, New York. We service the residential, construction, and events across the tri-state area, helping the founders and CEOs take care of the little things that they may think they don't need to take care of.
Absolutely. So you and I met through a coffee chat.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I like to connect with my connections. And you were telling me about what you were aspiring to build this security company. When I met you, it was just in the beginning stages and you were trying to figure things out a little bit. And, you know, here's the thing is we all start somewhere. And sometimes people see the after. They see people after they've accumulated, after they have achieved. But I think that a lot of it starts at the very beginning, and really how you set yourself up in the beginning shows if you're going to last long term. So
definitely
share some of the challenges, if you would, without getting too personal. You were trying to build this business. Help us to kind of know where you started from when we started communicating.
So when I first made contact with Miss Garcia, I was just finishing up being a security officer, and a lot of people will keep these thoughts inside, but they have the not getting paid enough, the stressful work schedule, the not said you want to. I wanted to give myself a little bit more breathing room and freedom, and I decided I am a quick learner, in my opinion, and I also am a student. So I would listen and speak to supervisors, not knowing, because you don't ever want to throw yourself under the bus. You just hit them with little questions like you're picking at their brain. Say, why do you guys do this? How would I go about doing this? XYZ, and they get so comfortable that they're not even realizing that you are, for one, you're learning from them directly from the source that you need to, and two, it's a simple conversation, because you could just say, hey, get back to work, or you can indulge me and just, hey, yeah, you do this and this is why they do this and it's this and this and this. All the while, I sat there patiently listening, jotting down notes. Okay, so that's why you do that. That's why you do that. Okay, I understand. Hey, thanks for answering my question. Because the minute you have them feeling like you don't want them to answer your question, or you have them feeling away, now you're self-sabotaging. And I was never one for self-sabotage when I can help it, because we are human. We all make mistakes. There's no such thing as not making a mistake along the way.
Absolutely. And I don't know, Gregory, it looks like we lost your video. Can you guys see Gregory? Or is it just me?
One
Check
more
your
time.
video settings. We can't see your video, or I can't see your video. Miss Gita Girl, do you see Gregory's video?
I'm here. Hello.
You are? Let's see. I'm looking to see.
Hello.
How about Merle? Can we see Gregory's video?
Can
Give
anyone
me a
see me?
second here.
Hmm.
Okay, no one's saying anything, so maybe it's just on my end. Hopefully we see you. Okay, hopefully we see you. Yeah, that is such great words of wisdom. And that's really, I was trying to really understand in my mind, what was it that was different than you? Because I talk to a lot of aspiring business owners. I talk to a lot of people, and many people tell me that I'm the one. Okay, no, okay, we do not see you on screen. We do not see
You
you on screen. So maybe try to turn on your camera, or if you need to, go out and come back in.
okay? Let me try that. Hold on.
Okay, go ahead and come out and come back in. So now I really understand what it is that was very, very different about him. I talk to a lot of people who tell me, listen, I'm the one in my family. I'm the one who's going to change my family's last name forever. I have a vision. I have a dream. I have something that I'm going to do that's going to change the world. And then they start going, and then things get a little, wonky. They have some challenges. They have a speed bump. They have a little roadblock. And guess what happens? They fold like a cheap Walmart chair. Let's see. Can we hear you? We can see you. Okay, perfect. A lot of people have these visions, but very few people have the fortitude, the tenacity, the grit to continue through the process. And also, I'm going to say this.
Hmm.
This is the thing I picked up from our coffee chat, and I remember it. This was about 3 years ago.
Yep.
You were so thirsty and hungry and coachable. You were asking questions of me. What can I do? And I don't know that I had tremendous words of wisdom. I don't know anything about the security company, but I know mindset, and I know building a business from nothing. And
Right.
so you were very, very coachable, have been very coachable and thirsty even before I met you. You were secretly collecting information, asking questions, being a student of the business. And then you eventually got the courage to start your own business. And we lost your video again. So I don't know what's going on, but that's okay. We're not going to worry about it. Listen, we are champions, and champions don't panic. We pivot. We still got his audio. He's still going to drop a ton of golden nuggets on us. So take us back to that moment when you made the decision, I call it firing your boss, and to start your own business.
Okay, so the thing that led me to start GAB Security is a is quite frankly a bit selfish, but it's also truthful. I was more than a bit annoyed with people telling me from outside of the security culture in general, telling me how to do my job, what to do, when to do it. And in security, the main thing is usually similar to the food industry, the customer is always right. That may be the case, but I also have to trust my judgment and what I've been doing. I would not have lasted as long as I have if I didn't trust my own judgment or I wasn't doing anything right. So I try to, obviously, I don't come off cross or disrespectful. I just, ma'am, I respectfully disagree. I'm going to go do this and I'm going to take care of it for you. Because people at the end of the day, whether they're being excited, monotone, so on and so forth, they just really want to make sure that you care enough to take care of whatever said issue they may have at the moment. And people, 9 times out of 10, they're going to take it the wrong way because they're coming at them in a tone that's a bit hostile in their opinion. And I've had my share of that as well, but that's where conflict resolution and de-escalation comes in. Because if you now, if as the security officer, professional, whatever you want to call it, if you're arguing back and forth with said person, now you're not, nothing's getting accomplished when you can simply just, okay, I hear you, I understand. Let me make sure that I got it right. That way I can go address it properly.
Right. Yeah, we definitely are in the customer service. No matter what you are, we got to know how to deal with people, right? People are really the secret to success. We got to have people. No matter if you're selling lip gloss or you're selling financial services or you're running a security company, you need people to
Exactly.
help you through that process. And you are so respectful. He always is. Oh my gosh. I mean, it makes me feel so important because he's always just so respectful. And I think that we've lost kind of the art of showing respect a lot of times. But I want to really welcome, you've got a lot of new fans here. I want to welcome some people who've joined us. I see Yuma, my good friend. Great to see you. Thank you so much for joining us. Let us know where you're finding us. Are you on LinkedIn with us? Are you on Facebook? Are you on YouTube? Let us know where you're joining us from. And my good friend Jason Wilson, he is incredible. Circle of Friends. If you don't know about Circle of Friends, get in touch with Jason. Incredible community that he is building. Thank you for joining us, Jason. Great to see you. And of course, my Gita girl, so great to see you. This woman is such a thought leader. And if you don't know, she has incredible poetry. She is an incredible poet, writer, thought leader. Great to see you. And she says, hey, Gregory, thank you so much for joining us. And you've got some new people here. Also want to thank and welcome the one and only brother Chris Monastery. Thank you for joining us. He runs Saving Teen Lives. He has an incredible event coming up. Listen, his story is incredible. He talks about distracted driving. And before I met Chris, I have to tell you, I probably was one of those people doing distracted driving. And you know what? I'm a reformed distracting driver because we have this thing called cell phones. And a lot of times people get succumb to that. Back in his day, he was a distracted driver and it totally changed his life. You know, he has the courage to share his story. And sometimes the message is in our mess. We have to be willing to share that messiness with others. And then we have the one and only Mr. Mike Drop, Mr. David Jones of the Hello LLC. I call him Mr. Mike Drop. They are truly, him and Miss Tara Bush are a 1-2 punch. If you guys are not using AI in your business, you are falling behind. And I am not talking about a lot of things that people see on the front end. They see my social media, they see my banners and stuff, and they do all of that. Absolutely. But they are so much more than that. They help me with the back end to make sure those things are all working right. And listen, we got to use AI. If you're an entrepreneur, business owner, small business owner, visionary, school teacher, we got to be using artificial intelligence or we're going to get left behind, in my humble opinion. I was just listening to something by Gary Vee, and he said, you know what? You got to be using AI every single day if you're truly a true entrepreneur. And then we have Mr. Merrill. He is our LinkedIn cheerleader. Thank you so much for joining us. I appreciate you so much. You know what, Merrill, my question to you is, when are you coming on Wealthy Wednesday? Okay, people want to hear from you. We see you. You cheerlead everyone. You bring so much value. One of the things I love about Merrill, although there are many things I love about Merrill, is that he brings value in the comments. He's going to be listening. He's going to be throwing bombs in there. He's going to be throwing golden nuggets. He's going to shout other people out. I'm telling you, he adds a lot of wisdom, brings so much value. Thank you so much, Meryl. I know you have a full schedule. I appreciate it when you can ever stop by. Definitely appreciate you. And then we have my good friend, Miss Coral from across the pond. Thank you for joining us. She is a also incredible human being. She is a Christian coach. She is also a traveler. I don't know what this travel business is. Miss Coral, you got to teach me, school me what your travel business is, but I see you going hard with that. She's building a team. So if you're looking to get in the travel industry, you love to travel, please talk to my good friend Coral from across the pond. We've got here, oh, this is a new friend, Sunflower. Thank you for joining us. Great to see you on here. I don't know if I have you connected on LinkedIn, and if I don't, I would love to get to know you. So Gregory, what would you say? I know that you just made that decision to fire your boss and build your own business. What was the biggest challenge that you faced making the transition from employee mindset to entrepreneur, right? There's certain things you have to do in order to be an employee. You got to clock in at certain times. You got to follow the rules that the boss sets down. You got to mind your P's and Q's with the upper management. Being an entrepreneur is completely different. What would you say was your biggest challenge going from employee to entrepreneur?
Well, my biggest challenge, I could say, I could give you a list, but my number one would honestly be patience. Because as you sit there and you, as I explained earlier, you are listening and you're, absorbing the information as it's coming in. You also it did have a moment where you get ahead of yourself and you feel like you know everything, so it should happen now, popcorn energy, now, right now. Come on, let's go. That's not real. That's just not real. That's not how that works at all. You have to be patient and have patience, and sometimes that patience will be tested, ladies and gentlemen. I'll tell you that right now. You are going to sit there at times while you're working. Oh man, it's taking too long. Oh man, I thought I did this. Oh man, you got a bunch of oh mans, but and then sometimes they become overwhelming, and that's where I see a lot of people that even I try and give a little bit of information and a helping hand to. They want to drop off by the wayside, and I have to remind them, you know, you got to keep going. Because if you did this, you might as well see at this point. You might as well see it through. There's no sense in you stopping now. What did they always tell us? Rome wasn't built in a day, right? So with that in mind, you have to just listen. Come on, I know it's hard. It's hard for all of us, even me. Still, it's hard, and yet here I am. I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna see this through one way or the other. And that's really the bottom line of it. You know what I mean? It's patience. And people naturally do not have patience. We say we do, But the minute something doesn't go your way, all of a sudden that patient's, they start poking at it, prodding, hey, are you sure you're patient?
Absolutely. You are so on point. And I love this comment by Chris. He says, you have to want it no matter what. And I mean, no matter what. You got to want it like you want to breathe. There's an incredible video about Eric. What is it? Eric, the hip hop preacher. Oh my gosh, you guys got to watch this. But he talks about you got to want it as much as you want to breathe. What does that mean? Does that mean that you jeopardize your future? Does that mean that you skimp on things and you take shortcuts? No. It means that you do it the right way, you build it right, and you keep going even when it's hard, even when it looks like nothing's happening, even when people don't believe in you. You got to understand
Exactly.
we're entrepreneurs. We're going against the grain. We're going uphill. Other people are going to put you down. The people who you thought were going to support you probably won't. It'll probably be some crazy lady on LinkedIn that you meet out of nowhere. You never know where that support could come from, but you got to have it inside you. You got to have that heart of a champion. You got to be willing to dig deep. It's going to require everything you've got. But
Yep,
the good news is
exactly.
you've
And to
got everything
piggyback
it
off
takes
of
to
that,
win.
I'm sorry.
No,
And to
please.
piggyback off of that, to piggyback off you and Chris, you both said you have to want it no matter what. That's 1,000% true, because most of the time when people put you down, they are projecting their I don't want to say insecurities, but their inner fears of why they can't do it. This is so I never seen it done. I never did this. So how can you do this? I don't know, but we're going to find out just the same.
That's right. And it is, I would say it is some of their own insecurities because they're doing something that they secretly, probably secretly wish that they had the courage to do. Listen, it takes courage to be an entrepreneur. It takes grit. I've been doing this business for 20 years, and I got to tell you, I still have family members that think I'm crazy. They're like, why do you get up? I do a Motivation Monday with Coral. She knows I do Motivation Monday. I get up at 2:30 in the morning. Let me say that again. I get up at 2:30 in the morning. People are like, why are you doing that? I mean, I don't like to tell people I do that. I really don't, because they think that, wow, why are you doing that? What is wrong with you? You know, but see, we're entrepreneurs. We see things that other people do not see.
Right.
I started doing that years ago with Eric F. King, and I told no one for years. It's only been in the last couple of months that I'd even really say it publicly because I know I get so much backlash. People would tell me, Leah, why are you doing that? What's really happening? Who is this Eric guy? Is he paying you? Like, they just can't believe that you would do that just for free. And I say, you know what? If you're not a little bit crazy, you're probably not an entrepreneur. What would you say about that, Gregory?
I yeah, you a lot of being an entrepreneur, you're gonna have to be a little delusional. It's really that's the truth of the matter here. I can do it. I will do it. Period. There is no option B. I have to do it. And once you
Absolutely.
get
It's
that,
this.
and once you almost like a little kid. You know how children usually believe they can do anything, and that's the same thing you have to carry as we lose it as adults, but due to our life experiences. But you have to, I can do anything too. Watch me. I'm gonna do this. And that's usually if you believe hard enough, to go back to what Mr. Christopher had said a few seconds ago. You have to want it, period, no matter what. And even now, I remain coachable. I learn from the small business owners, from the people who want to start up, to the people who are way further in the race ahead of me. I don't sit there and screw my face up or get jealous or envious. I just simply, hey, if you don't mind, can you take me down XYZ, like I had explained before? Not because I'm trying to copy them, just to hear it from experience and apply it in my own way. Because what worked for you won't work for me. However, if I at least hear it, I can apply it in my own way to my situation. What do they say on
That's
what they used to
right.
say on TV? Results may vary.
There you go. That's right. We have to take what we see. I say take the good, leave the bad, right? Be a student of the business. Listen, I study like crazy because in my industry, things are always changing and evolving. So I'm constantly listening to videos and books and like what's the next thing and what's happening in the stock market. You got to be a student of the business. It is like you're going back to college into perpetuity because your things are always going to be changing in your industry. And I want to say hello to the great Miss Lisa Febeck. She is our menopause mentor and dietitian. All things health. I've learned so much from her. If you want to go through your health and really take a good deep dive on what you're doing that you need to adjust, get in touch with her. She really specializes in menopause, but I'm going to tell you, anyone can learn from her. Gregory, what would you say, like when you things go a little awry, what do you do? Like, give us some golden nuggets here. When things are not looking the way you want it to, when things feel like they're not working, what are some maybe one or two things that we can do as entrepreneurs and business owners to keep ourselves on track?
Well, you go back to natural human emotion is the first thing is to get annoyed, to get mad, to, you know, F it, I'm not doing this. And that's easy. That what I do, however, I step back, take, impromptu days off. I'm not really taking a day off. I'm really just, okay, I need to go study or tweak something over here. But to everyone else, it looks like a day off to decompress, breathe, take a breather. Don't keep pushing yourself because when you're mad and you're annoyed, you're going to make the wrong decision. You don't want to make the wrong decision. You don't want to be a reactive entrepreneur nor small business owner. You want to be a reactive. So if you sit there and you get mad and you want to make I'm going to do this because, yeah, like, no, easy, calm down. What did you do? You know what part went wrong. Like we keep saying, we see things that others don't see. So take a step back, re-examine your plan. You go in and you tweak every little bit of that plan that needs tweaking until it works. Because it's gonna work. If you've been doing this for 6 months, a year, a couple of years, so on and so forth, you have to just keep tweaking. And that is not just, for starters. No, no, that's even the people of the multi, on the Forbes list and people of that nature. They are tweaking, they are doing what they need to do to make sure that it works. And that's what we have to do is keep tweaking and tweaking and tweaking and tweaking. Because eventually, most people they start the infrastructure and the infrastructure is fine. It just, like got to oil off the machine. Hold on. Let me go clean that up. And then you get a different result. And then something's going to arise again. One problem it's not ever going to be just one problem. There's going to be a multitude of problems that come and arise when you least expect it or need it for that matter. But you breathe, tweak, adjust, look, okay, that didn't work out that time. Let me go back in the next way.
There you go. It's like a Rubik's Cube, is what I say. And you know what? It's truly probably 2 degrees of separation. It's 2 degrees of separation from where you are to where you want to be. But most of
Mm.
us, it's a blind spot. That's why we need mentors. That's why we need coaches. That's why we need financial strategies. Like we got to put our systems in place. And I want to give a big hug, a big shout out to the one and only Miss Jackie Holbrook. She is joining us from the hospital room. If you guys don't know, she just donated a kidney. I just adore this woman. Now she has time. She could read me my bedtime story. I'm reading the book about life is magic. We could read that book together, Miss Jackie. Let me know. I'd love for you to read it to me. I just think you're wonderful. She is such a community builder. This woman has such a heart to build others. How many, we say that we do anything for our friends and family. Well, she's actually doing it. I mean, I just can't even imagine. I adore you. Thank you so much, Miss Jackie. Great to see you. And we have the one and only Queen. Oh my gosh, Coach K, all the way from Thailand. Great to see you. Thank you. I think it's like 2 in the morning for you. I'm not sure what time it is. Thank you for joining us. Great to see you. You bring up so many great points. Like there is something beyond what we're doing. There's more inside of us, but so many of us don't give us that opportunity. Now, one thing I'd love for you to talk about, because people say this to me all the time. Oh, I want work-life balance. I want to be an entrepreneur. I want to thrive. I want to be successful, but I also want to be sure that, I have as much time with my family. Like, I don't believe there's anything such thing as work-life balance, but what would you say? How do you address that when people say, you know what, I want to keep the family life exactly the same, but I want to build a business and be an entrepreneur? What would you say?
Okay, so my my company schedule for me is Monday through Friday from 10 to 5. And from that little 40-hour block out of the work week, I put 150% pedal to the metal, full force. And once the weekday hours are done and it's Saturday and Sunday, that's my little one's time. They get their dad. Now, of course, as an entrepreneur or nor a small business owner, you never stop working. So you may have to jump on the computer here or check a website there. But the weekend is for my little ones. That way I can play with them. And once we get back to the weekday, okay, I'll see you guys at 5. You got me all night till you gotta go to bed. But from 10 a.m. to about 5 p.m., gotta work. Have to work. And they understand that. So I'm grateful for that. but but I definitely, the weekend is for them, family in general, not, but definitely during Monday through Friday, that's when I kind of go overboard. But again, as an entrepreneur, like I said earlier, you got to be a little delusional and you have to go overboard.
That's right. I love that. Absolutely. Also, I say it is really, in my humble opinion, it is really good for our children to see and know that we're working, even if we're at home. My beautiful, precious grandson, he absolutely knows that there will be time when Gam Gams has to work. And he's accustomed to it now. He'll get on the Zoom, he'll say hello to my clients, he'll introduce himself, and then he goes and he knows that, okay, how long is that going to take, Gam Gams? He knows how to tell time now. He's 7. Okay. All right. Well, that's going to be 45 minutes. Okay. All right. 45 minutes or an hour and a half. He knows. And then when it's time, he's there waiting for me. So I think
Mm-hmm.
it's good for our children to see that we are working, that they hear us, how we're carrying ourselves, how we talk to other people, the words that we use, and just know that we are more than their parents, although that's very important. But we also have another part of our life, and bringing them into that world a little bit, I think it's very, very powerful. I would love to know what you guys have to say. Let me ask you, do you guys have any questions for Gregory? Are any of you on the cusp of a breakthrough? Are any of you thinking about starting a business? You've been thinking about it, you've been meditating on it, you've been praying about it, but you're not sure what to do. Yeah, so
Um, I,
it's to me, it's go ahead.
I saw Miss Coral.
Oh,
I'm
yes.
sorry if I'm butchering her name. I'm sorry,
No, you're
ma'am.
not.
She asked if I speak to help other entrepreneurs and inspire them, and I don't. I don't, but I would not be opposed to that because I wish I had some, outside of you, obviously, Miss Garcia, and a few others. I wish I had a lot more people that I can just go and talk to, not even necessarily, ask for favors or nothing like that. Just talk to and just have that, everybody needs a listening ear. for when those moments of when it gets dark, when it gets lonely, when you start getting scared and worried. Worry is a part of everybody's life, but I've always been taught you either gonna pray or you gonna worry. You can't do both. You just can't do both. So I choose to pray. And like they say, the Lord will provide, and He has. There's not one moment in time that the Lord will not provide. So
Hmm.
I stand on that.
Absolutely. And because we can't see your beautiful face and there's no name there, I'm going to reintroduce you for those of you who are just joining us. My guest speaker is Gregory Bacciano. He is the owner and founder of Gap Security. Check him out on LinkedIn. I met him years ago, and at the time his business was still in the beginning phase. But there was something about him, and now I can really identify. Part of it was he had this vision, he had that grit, right? That pure grit, and he had a lot of reasons. He's being very, very humble right now, but when I met him, it was financially, things were not going really well, and I just thought, man, how are you making it? How are you feeding yourself? How are you taking care of your family? He's like, you know what, we're just doing it. And so something in me just felt like I had belief in him. I truly knew that he was going to win. I didn't know how long it would take. I didn't know what that would look like, but I knew he was going to win because he had that heart of a champion. And to this day, and now I watched him, and we had a coffee chat a few months ago because I was watching him
Yes.
on some social media, and now he's running a full-time staff. His company, he's got over 20 full-time employees. Now think about that. And now he's a homeowner and being able to take time off with his family. Listen, it didn't start there. Okay, it did not start there. But truly through hard work, through grit, through focus, being coachable, teachable, and yes, Queen Leslie, having that definite purpose. Like you knew that you knew that you knew that you could do it.
Definite purpose. Yeah, absolutely. Can y'all see me?
We can't see you. That's okay. I really think this is your opportunity now to start reaching back and helping others. Although I know you really do that, I think today's kind of brought to light that you can really mentor and coach other people. Be very careful about that though, because some people don't appreciate it, but
Mhm.
more speaking opportunities would really bring a lot of value to the community, because I think so many times people have a dream, they have something that they want to do, but they just feel like they're not ready yet. I just had this conversation with one of my teammates this morning. She's like, you know what, Leah, I understand, but I'm just not ready yet. I need to do this. I need to do that. I need to have it like this. I need to have it like that. It's just the perfectionist in me. And I said, you know what? You got to stay ready. You got to stay ready. If you have an aspiration to become a speaker, guess what? Start speaking. Start
Yeah.
talking to yourself. I did this years before I ever had an opportunity to speak. I gave many, many amazing, incredible speeches that no one ever heard because I was talking to me, myself, and I, because I knew that one day that would happen. And then Mr. Eric F. King asked me, hey, will you come on at 7 a.m. Pacific Standard, which means it's going to be at 4 a.m. your time. And I said, I can't do it every day, but I can do it one day a week. And there you go.
I and to follow that, you stay ready and just ask yourself a very simple question. When is ever the right time? What is the right time? There is no right time. Go for it. We're only here, we only get one act here on this planet, guys. Just go for it. Then not if you mess up, then hey, you messed up trying. But I'd rather mess up trying than to sit there bitter, resentful, and mad that I didn't try at all. When you know you can do it. If you fail, believe it or not, it's not the end of the world because now you failed with knowledge of what to do and how to go about it the next time if you want to keep going. There is no right time. You got to just go for it. Just go get it. It's already out there waiting on you.
In the beginning, entrepreneurs are going to have to accept that you're going to work more than you're paid. People will think you have lost your mind. You mean you are
You,
working 15, 18 hours a day? When do you sleep? When do you do anything? Like, they don't understand. Like, in the beginning, you got to get the boulder getting pushed up the hill. But
hmm
then what will happen is you're going to be working less and making more than they ever dreamed about. And even if it's not in your income, maybe your income's still the same, or maybe it's very close to the people that are around you, but your life is better. You have more work life that you want to have. You can do things that they can't do. You can take off time. Listen, Wednesdays, I just made a decision that I'm going to take a half a day on Wednesday. After this, I'll be done. Right?
Yep.
Because I'm going to go and do some other
Exactly.
things. But I didn't do that in the beginning. In the beginning, I was working 24/7. People would text me in the middle of the night. Listen, I mean, I did crazy things. But I say crazy people rule the world.
hmm That's exactly right. That's exactly right. You guys, I can't put it no plainer than you. You know you want it. Go get it. A lot of times people say it's not black and white. This time, it kind of is. Just go get it. Go get it. They're gonna tell you you can't do it. They're gonna tell you a whole bunch of things along the way. They're gonna like Miss Garcia just said. They're gonna think you done lost your mind. Everybody wants to be an entrepreneur until they realize who is the last one to eat, and that's you.
That's right. Eric
But
Thomas,
if
a
you
preacher.
work,
Go ahead.
no, go ahead. Go ahead.
Eric Thomas, a hip hop preacher, he says, everyone wants to be in line until it's time to do lion things, right? I mean, it's going to
Yep.
be hard. It's going to be exhausting. You're going to feel like you lost your mind. But true entrepreneurs, they have a vision and they're fighting to something that other people can't see. It's right here, right? It's all right here and you can see it. You just got to have the courage to go out there and grab it. I would ask you, Gregory, you say there's no shortcuts. There's no shortcuts. That's the name of this show today, right? No shortcuts. What do you mean by
hmm
that?
When I say no shortcuts, I'm going to lightly give you a real world experience I've had. I spoke with one of my friends who, again, he wanted to start his own organization. I encourage you, absolutely. Let's go. You need and whatever you need to ask me, just ask me. No problem. I don't believe in gatekeeping. That's not what I do. So I helped him along the way as I can. And I would give him, think of it in a 10-step manual. If I tell you start from one, he starts from 10. Okay, but you got to start from one. No, I'm going to start from five, but you got to start from one. No, I'm going to go to six, actually. You're not listening to me. And I want you to succeed. But at what point do you have to, just look, man, okay, God bless. I wish you the best. You got it. Because another thing that entrepreneurs are very, very self aware of is it's going to bother you, but you just can't help everybody. Everybody doesn't want to be helped. You can't. And it will annoy you because most of the time it's not coming from people you don't know. It's coming from right inside your house, if you will. So you don't hold it against them. You pray for them. You guide when you need to. And then you just continue along your mission. I can't run my organization and yours.
That is
So that
a
no short
gold bar.
so the no shortcuts thing is really, if there's a manual put in front of you with 10 steps, or however, again, however you see it, just follow each step, because as it gets hard, you are going to realize that there's beauty in the struggle, because once you're done struggling, now you can look back and just say, wow, I did that. And that will bring real pride to you, that you have overcame everything that was normally meant to derail, if not completely stop you, and you overcame it anyway. There's pride in hard work, as I was always told, and it's true.
For sure. I always tell my precious grandson, listen, we're champions and champions do hard things. Life is going to be difficult. It is going to be challenging. If you're going to be an entrepreneur, if you're going to start a business, you got to just accept that there's going to be resistance. Challenges are just opportunities. They're opportunities for growth. They're opportunities for you to learn a new skill set. That's what my brother Zion Inagru taught me. They're an opportunity for you to do something outside the box. It's a lesson there, right? There's a lesson, but so many of us resist the opportunity. So many of us don't want to go through the fire. So many of us don't want to have challenging. Listen, if it was all rainbows and butterflies, would be an entrepreneur, right? But
Right.
I say that entrepreneurs are the ones that get all the treasures. Entrepreneurs are the ones that get all the goodies. They're the ones that truly do change their last name forever. And I'm going to tell you, Gregory, you're just getting started. You are just getting started. You truly are doing the talk. You're not just talking it, you're doing it. You are changing your last name forever. And I am just so beyond, I say proud, but that's not even the word. It's just, I just appreciate so much what you've done to get yourself to where you are. And you're just getting started. And I'm so overjoyed to see where you take this. Kind of as we're winding down here, what would you say to people as you know, as they're thinking about their journey and they are feeling a little discouraged, they are feeling that maybe it's not meant for them because they have some challenges?
You okay. Well, depending on your situation, because you also have to do what's best for you. However, my simple advice, don't give up. Don't give up. If you started it, finish it. Finish the job.
Mm.
Don't don't get happy off of your one or two wins. Finish the job. Just finish the job. Whether you win or lose is a whole different story, but finish the job. That way, for certain, I left it all on the floor. I did everything in my human power I could. You have no regrets. You have no reason to feel away. I did it and I tried, or I did it and look what I done built. Those are the only two options, because people get discouraged when people tell them no when they're searching for clients. And as we all do. However, I have news for you. That's the worst thing that they're going to tell you is no. That's the absolute worst they can do to you is say no. Period. So if you can overcome
Boom.
that, if you can overcome the no, the rest of this opens up. The field opens up wide. Oh, no. Okay. On to the next one. Because it only takes one yes to overwrite and offset those no's.
I love that. That is such gold wisdom. That is a gold bar. That is a truly golden nugget. Well, you've made a lot of new fans and friends, Gregory. I know that people are going to want to connect with you. They're going to want to know more about you. They're going to want to book you for speaking engagements. So, where can people reach you? Where can they find you?
Oh, if you want to connect with me, you guys can reach out to me on here, Gregory Bacciano on LinkedIn. My website is gabsecurity.net. And if that, if you want to get in contact with me directly, you can put a quote in on the Better Business Bureau as well.
Awesome. You're definitely going to get people reaching out to you. I think this is just the beginning of your speaking career. And really valuable that you said that most people don't want to be helped. I think of it this way. I'm just offering, like I'm offering, would you like some tea? Would you like some tea? Would you like some matcha? Would you like some matcha? Would you like some matcha? Some people say no, some people say yes, but you don't know. The ones who say yes, they're the ones that are going to open up doors and opportunity that you never even dreamed of. I've had people do things for me. I just think, wow, why are people so generous? I don't even know. But we can all do that for each other. So my question to all of you is, who can you open up a door for? Who can you open up an opportunity? Who's a person that you can pour into? I believe that givers gain. As you give, it's going to be given to you. You can never outgive the giver, but you've got to be willing to do that. Oftentimes people give me a hard time about doing no pitch coffee chats. They're like, why are you wasting your time? Your time is valuable. What are you doing? You shouldn't be doing that. Some people aren't going to buy from you. And I say, you know what? You're right about all of that. But through that, I meet a Gregory. Through those no pitch coffee chats, I meet somebody that maybe some little thing that I say, maybe some little inspiration, maybe he has a little conversation here on my Wealthy Wednesday and it opens up another opportunity. I got to tell you how incredibly grateful I am to be able to do that. It warms my heart. That's what keeps me going. It's not about me making reels on YouTube or something. It's really about being able to pour back and give back to the community. So who is a person that you're going to help this week? Who's the door that you're going to open somebody for? And in closing, Gregory, what would you say? Any last words of wisdom that you want to share with us?
One more time, Ms. Garcia.
Any last words of wisdom that you'd like to share with us?
No, but I would like to piggyback off of Mr. David Jones. He said, "You'll never get 100 no's in a row. You say no by not asking." Bingo, bingo, 100% right. Or to
And
simplify
that's
it,
Mr. Mic Drop.
or
That's
to
right. And that's why I
simplify it.
call him Mr. Mic Drop, because he's always dropping those golden nuggets, right? He's always dropping those golden nuggets. I love it. Well, I appreciate you, Gregory. And I'm really honestly so excited for your next chapter. It's going to be even more beautiful than it already has. I know your family is so proud of you. And I'm really, I say proud, but I'm just really, I don't even know what the word, I'm overjoyed to watch someone actually take the words that others are sharing with them and put it to use and actually do the thing. You actually
Like,
did the thing and you're doing the thing.
and I'm not gonna stop neither. Like I've been saying, my overall message here, ladies and gentlemen, you can do it. Period. Point blank. End of story. You can do it. Now, if you want to do it, go do it. Go do it. You have people, you have Miss Garcia in your corner. I'm more than willing to sit down with anybody and give them, just have a conversation with you. That's never been an issue. It's not ever going to be an issue. I have no problem talking to nobody. Just go do it. Don't give up. Don't get scared. It's scary at first and it's scary along the way, but it's so rewarding and freeing once you get on that journey. The key word is freeing. Freeing. You don't feel like you're bound by chains. I can go do that. I did that. And that's something to always take pride in, whether you're just starting, whether it's an idea, no matter what, you go do it. So, anyone here, that listen, you know what I mean? I thank you for listening to me and giving me y'all ear for an hour.
Thank you so much, Gregory. I'm excited for our future conversations, and he'll definitely be back. I promise you. I'm going to go ahead and put you backstage. They've got some fuzzy bunny slippers down there for you, and some something, I don't know, matcha or something. And we'll see you just in a second here. Man, I'm telling you, I just adore this young man for many reasons. His faith, he truly cares deeply, deeply for his family. He cares deeply for his community, and he's just getting started. You just watch. Okay, don't believe me, just watch. Check back with him in 6 months. Check back with him in a year, and just watch, because he's got momentum. Here's the thing. When we're entrepreneurs, we got to work until we get the momentum. But momentum takes time. It takes energy. It's going to take grit. It's going to take you pulling from that space where you think you're going to quit. But we're entrepreneurs, and we've all got another level inside of us. But the key is, it's like they call it the runner's high. Have you guys ever heard that? They run and they think they're going to give up, and suddenly they get another burst of energy. But see, most people won't run to that point. Most people won't take themselves to that next level. Most people are going to get tired, and they're going to get sweaty, and they're going to say, you know what? I just can't do it. Because, you know, my best friend said that it wouldn't work, and somebody said no to me, and then they just give up on their dream, and they die with their music still in them. Listen, we're champions. We got to die empty. I am going to, when they pat the shovel over me, listen, I just found out one of my good friends lost his wife this week. And when that happens to me, I want them to say, Leah gave everything she had. Now, I'm not saying I have everything, but what I'm saying is everything I have, I'm playing full out. I give you guys everything I have. I create free content. I pour into. I give you what I have to give, because I don't want to die with it inside of me. Listen, when we pass away, we take all of our knowledge, words of wisdom, all of our experiences with us, unless we create our family dynasty. Yes, it all comes back to building that family dynasty, building that family legacy. And if you're here, it's because you're a champion, and you're supposed to be the one to change your family's last name forever. Thank you so much, everybody. I appreciate you. I love you so much, Team Live. I adore you, Team Replay. And please share this with somebody. Inspire someone today. Open a door today. Put in the comments, who are you going to open a door for? What is a referral you're going to give to someone? I love to refer people. One of the things people don't know about my No Pitch Coffee Chats, one of the things I'm looking for is, who can I refer you to? Who can I open a door for you? So people say, well, I already have a financial advisor. Okay, that's cute, because that's not what I'm talking about. But I thank you so much, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your Wealthy Wednesday. And remember, your wealth today is your dynasty tomorrow. Thank you so much, everyone.
Are you ready to take control of your financial future? Introducing Leah Garcia's Wall of Wealth, the ultimate one-page financial plan to protect, distribute, and transfer your wealth with confidence. Whether you're a business owner or just starting your financial journey, this step-by-step guide gives you the tools to create a solid foundation for long-term success. Don't wait to transform your money mind shift. Download your free copy today at leahgarcia.io and start building your wall of wealth now.